Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this WILN Sports Special presentation of Little League Baseball, as our Little League tour brings us to Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, home of the Valley West Little League, as tonight it'll be Maylath'S taking on Goulds. We thank you for joining us tonight for live Little League Baseball here on WILN. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by Joe Flanagan, Jim Burns on the stats. And Joe, according to the standings, Joe, these teams separated by a game. Should be a pretty good one here tonight from Valley West.
Yeah, looking for a good game, Marty. Again, another beautiful night for baseball. We've been lucky on that so far. Just looking at some familiar names on the rosters and looking for a good night of baseball down here in the Valley.
Yeah, so you're already making friends with coaches, so that's a good sign. So Goulds will be the home team, and it'll be right-hander Caleb Aponic on the mound. And the batting order for Maylath'S will have Mikey Belai leading off. He'll be followed by Mason Eckert, the pitcher. Landon Klingler, the shortstop, will hit third. Aponic's first pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Cole Jordan at first base will hit fourth. Sebastian Daughter in left field will hit fifth. Caleb Snisick at second base will hit sixth. The 1-0. 2-0 the count on Belai. Ellie Merritt, the third baseman, hits seventh. Ethan Ungamok, right fielder, hits eighth. Logan Billig in center field will hit ninth. The 2-0. 3-0 the count. Defensively behind Aponic, Santino Di Lorenzo. As at first base, Javian Gibre is at second. Blaze Chapelski is at short. Nico Mahopoulos is at third. Nick Kaus is in left. Evan Bissell in center. Tyler Harity is in right. Logan Harity doing the catching for Caleb Aponic, who's battled all the way back, Joe, to a full count 3-2.
And we said it on our tour so far, Marty. Free passes come back to Hunch in Little League. Let's see who wins this battle.
That one fouled off. Joe, I hate to black cat it, but this is game 3 of our tour and another beautiful night for baseball.
Yeah, I said, we've been really lucky on that end, Marty. I said that earlier, but just perfect night to play, no humidity, and Aponic comes all the way back from 3-0 with a big strikeout there.
Probably some early jitters knowing that Joe Flanagan was on site watching him pitch. One down here in the first, and his opposing pitcher, Mason Eckert, steps in. After 3 balls, 4 consecutive strikes from Aponic, 0-1 the count on Eckert. Oh, 2 the count.
Like Aponic's pace on the mound, Marty. You can tell he's in charge, getting back on the mound, throwing strikes.
I'm sure a lot of these kids will not recognize this name, so you're saying he's not a Steve Traxel.
No. What a great job there by Harity, the catcher. Nobody on, but still great practice. Got down, kept that ball in front of him.
I saw you practicing that just last week, Joe.
The last week was 1984, then yes.
Aponic winds the 1-2 pitch. Hit to short. Scooped up by Chipolesky to throw to first is in time. Nicely done in the infield by Chipolesky over to the first baseman, Di Lorenzo. 2.
Real nice job there, Marty. Tough one. Ball stayed down, kept his glove down. And, one thing you see, smaller shortstop, he can't play deep. He's up a little bit, just in time, get the runner.
Brings up shortstop Landon Klinger. Ponick winds the 1-1. Klinger holds off, as we've talked about in previous broadcasts, that high pitch.
They love him.
The 2-1. Fouled off. Back in what used to be the cornfields here at Whispering Willows Park. This was the ultimate when they had the cornfields. Build it and they will come.
Yeah,
Joe.
no, absolutely. You know, one of the leagues that have won some district titles in this area and have gone on to have some success.
And I'm not going to begin to name some of the talent that's come out of this league because I'll probably miss somebody, but a lot of
They're
talent.
going to be mad at us anyway, Marty.
Well,
so.
yeah. And Klinger does a nice job of drawing the walk. But when I talk about the talent show, it's not even the baseball talent. A lot of the kids that you may see here at Valley West Little League, we've seen football, basketball, various other sports. Or in the case of Joy Gallagher, girls basketball.
Yep.
Cole Jordan, the first baseman, steps in with a runner on and 2 out here in a scoreless first. As you can see on the Blaze Alexander Greater Hazelton dealership scoreboard. And the one thing with Aponic, even though he's missing some of these, outside, he's not missing over the middle of the plate.
Yeah, no, yeah, and again, like you said, Klinger had a tough at bat.
Right back up the middle and through for a base hit. And it'll get away from Bissell. Klinger on his way to third. He's being waved in. And the throw will come into the shortstop as Maylath'S takes an early 1-0 lead.
Real, just Marty, like you said, just like you were taught, got that ball up a little bit, right back up the box. Little bat hop in the outfield, rolls in. First run of the game.
And it'll bring up Sebastian Daughter. One strike to count. But as we've talked about, base on balls comes around to score, and we're not picking on Aponic or any of these kids because, believe me, I've watched Vince Velasquez walk a small army, and they all come around to score.
No,
so.
it just puts more pressure on you, just like that, like right there. You know, runner on third, and you know, you got to make that play, and you know, it's hard enough to play baseball. You put more runners on base than need to be. It's just going to be you're going to run into problems.
The 1-1. 1-2, Aponic ahead in the count on Daughter. Run in, runner at third. 1-0 Maylath'S here in the top of the first. The 1-2. This one hit into the infield, and Chipolesky moves back on it nicely to make the catch for the third out, but not before. Maylath'S gets a run on a hit and a runner left through half an inning. Maylath'S 1, Goulds coming to bat.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazelton. Who says you can't buy a pre-owned car? We have 2019 Trax. We have a Honda CR-V. We have a 2019 Dodge Journey. We've got another Trax. We've got GMCs. We've got a huge selection of pre-owned cars. We have them all the way down there. We have them all the way up there. You want used trucks? How about a 2019 Blacked Out Edition Silverado? Guys, if you're in the market for a car, we've got them all. Come on down to Blaze Alexander and see this huge selection of used cars at 508 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazelton.
Frankie's Box Tavern Pizza is making its way to the shelf in your grocery store. Look for our crisp white box where you do your weekly shopping. We're delivering fresh each and every morning. 12 slices of our signature recipe that can't be beat. You'll love the taste of our version of a hometown tradition.
We welcome you back to Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, home of the Valley West Little League, part of WILN's Little League Tour. Maylath'S got a run in the top of the first. Goulds coming to bat, and they're going to face the left-hander, Mason Eckert, and that lineup against him will be leading off and catching Logan Harity. Caleb Aponic, the pitcher, hit second. Nico Mahopoulos, the third baseman, will hit third. Santino Di Lorenzo at first base hits fourth. Blaze Chipoleski at shortstop hits sixth. Evan Bissell in center field will hit sixth. Javian Gibre at second base hits seventh. Nick Kaus in left field will hit eighth. Tyler Harity, the right fielder, hits ninth. As I mentioned, against the left-hander Mason Eckert. And a left-hander to face him to lead off, and catcher Logan Harity. We haven't seen a lot of lefties against lefties. That one bounces in there for a ball, 1-0. Behind Eckert defensively, Cole Jordan at first, Caleb Snisick is at second, Landon Klinger is at short, Ellie Merritt is at third.
And a little funky delivery here by Eckert, Marty. A little straight over the top. If you watch, comes up high. Tough to pick up.
In the outfield, Sebastian Daughter is in left, Logan Billig is in center, Ethan Ungamok is in right field. Another starting pitcher, obviously nervous with Joe Flanagan watching on.
I don't know if it's me, Marty. I think it's the 4 cameras on them.
And that one catches the outside corner, 3-1.
But that always amazes me when we do games, how kids in this generation are sort of used to being on camera. We would have been fools back, when we but if we saw a camera. One thing I've seen so far, Marty, although it's a walk, again, not missing by much, throwing, keeping the ball around the plate.
But back to your point, could you imagine if we were ever introduced to Instagram when we were kids?
No.
Caleb Aponic, the pitcher, steps in with a runner on, nobody out. That one catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. And again, catching the inside corner, 0-2. We saw it with Harity. If he was missing outside. But catching that inside corner to the right-hander.
That's a great job pitching right there. Down, almost unhittable, then raises the level up. Real nice job.
First out of the first, leading 1-0 is Maylath'S and Mason Eckert. Another left-hander steps in, this time third baseman Nico Mahopoulos. Harity thought about going, and we'll head back.
Well done by the catcher, Morty. Just stood up, looked at him, make a decision, get the ball back.
Sorry, Joe, I couldn't see left field side. 1-1 the count. And Joe, appropriately as we head toward Memorial Day weekend, I believe Nico's got on his bat some Stars and Stripes tape on it as it gets away from Balai. And Harity very aggressive on the base paths. As both teams leading off with catchers.
Yeah. Don't see that a lot.
And Eckert quickly gets a second out via the strikeout with a runner at second.
Just stole third there, Marty, and a little delay steal. And again, good job by both teams. Got him to third. Big thing getting him to third there, Marty. On a pass ball, you could try to sneak a run here.
Santino Di Lorenzo, the first baseman, steps in. Low and inside, 2-0 the count. Two and 1 the count, and what a great complex here at Whispering Willows Park.
Yeah,
Just
real nice.
over the right center field fence. I guess that's a Babe Ruth team practicing, and
Yeah, you know, and we said this from our first game, Marty. Our area is really fortunate to have some great Little League fields and some great complexes all over. There's really, and again, that's a credit to the volunteers and the people who donate money to keep these fields going, you know. And it's a labor of love, believe me. I've watched that my whole life, people taking care of these baseball fields.
And Eckert ends up striking out the side, gets out of the first inning potential run, coming across through 1. Maylath'S 1, Goulds nothing. You're watching live Little League Baseball on WILN.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
We welcome you back to Valley West Little League at Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, heading to the top of the second on the Blaze Alexander Greater Hazleton Dealerships scoreboard. It is 1-0 Maylath'S. And Caleb Aponic for Gould's coming on for his second inning of work will face 6, 7, 8. Caleb Snisick, Ellie Merritt, Ethan Ungamach.
And just an added benefit, I don't know if anybody saw, if we have a shot of their scoreboard, Marty, but the pitch count up there. Aponic had 24 pitches, and Eckert had 17 in that first inning.
Caleb Snisick, the second baseman, steps in. Hits it to the left side. Chipoleski knocks it down, but will not be able to get the fleet-footed Snisick. With an infield single to lead off here in the second.
Even if he catches that clean, Marty, you're going to be a tough play, got out of the box hard.
It brings up third baseman Ellie Merritt. And gets away from Harity. Snisick quickly up to second. Quickly a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Maylath'S.
Good pitch there by Aponic. That low inside strike there, Marty. Kids just aren't comfortable hitting that pitch.
Some of us aren't comfortable hitting it when you put it on a tee.
Yeah. Yep. And again, good mix, and just impressed with how both pitchers are changing heights and going inside, outside, up, down. Real good pitching on both teams.
Second strikeout for Aponic. It'll bring up the right fielder, Ethan Ungamach. With Snisick at second, one down. Maylath'S in front, 1-0 on the Blaze Alexander Greater Hazleton Dealership scoreboard.
When Aponic gets in that groove, Marty, he just throws strikes. He's quick back on the mound, just throwing strikes.
And that one low gets away from Harry. Snisick is going to try, and he'll get to third. 1-2 the count on Ungamonk, but a runner at third and one out here in the top of the second. Maylath'S looking to build on a 1-0 advantage.
One thing Maylath'S doing a little better job than Goulds, getting that pitch count up a little bit. That couple at bats, fouling some off, and that pitch count is crucial as you get into the third, fourth, fifth innings.
I didn't know Chubby was here on the organ. He's everywhere, Joe.
That he is.
And Aponic gets a big second out via his third strikeout. That'll bring up Logan Billig.
I had the pleasure of Mr. Carleone being my gym teacher at Freeland for 3 years.
I did notice. I did notice during one of our news coverages that he was security during primary day. We'll just leave it at that.
We're just going to leave that one there.
One strike to count on Logan Billig. And quickly ahead the count upon it is 0-2.
And again, Marty, this is one of those things, a lower in the order batter. You don't want to waste pitches with that pitch count. And let's see if...
And Aponic strikes out the side, leaves a runner at third through an inning and a half. 1-0 Maylath'S.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
We welcome you back to Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, home of the Valley West Little League. Heading to the bottom half of the second with Maylath'S in front 1-0 as Goulds looks to try to tie the game here in the second. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Blaze Chipoleski, Evan Bissell, Javian Gibre. And Joe, I'd be remiss if I did not thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal tonight, as they have for so many seasons here on WYLN. Located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette. And that's when you know you're at a Little League game, Joe, when you hear balls in, coming down.
Yep. Yepper.
So Blaze Chipoleski steps in. He's the shortstop for Goulds to lead off this bottom of the second. Looking at Blaze's bio, 9-year-old from Valley Elementary School. Joe's favorite athlete is Big Ben Roethlisberger. And he puts with an exclamation point, when he grows up, he wants to be a professional hunter. High chop to the right side, taken by Snisic. The high throw, and holding the bag is Jordan. One down, nicely done by Cole Jordan at first.
Good play both on both ends there. The play and then the stretch at first base, Marty. Good fundamental baseball by Maylath'S.
Bissell squares to bunt, gets it down back to Eckert. Throw to first, just in time to retire Bissell. Quickly, 2 down here in the second.
Marty, I think we just saw a bunt, correct? That was a
yes,
bunt?
yes.
That's what that was? Wow, haven't seen that. That's a great job. That's good bunt. Real nice play by Eckert. He had a turn being lefty throw and made a good throw.
Javian Gibre, the second baseman, steps in, takes first pitch for a strike, and Joe Javian, when he grows up with, and I know you're not going to like this, he wants to be a Red Sox player. Doesn't say where. Maybe shortstop, with his favorite being Xander Bogaerts. But
Uh-oh. Well, he has time to change that thought.
And Eckert picks up his fourth strikeout. A quick second inning for Mason Eckert. Through 2, it's 1-0 Maylath'S.
What do you mean? It's my second favorite part. He's the first.
We welcome you back to Whispering Willows Park, home of the Valley West Little League. Heading to the top of the third. Well-pitched game, moving quickly here in Cunningham. Top of the order, due up for Maylath'S. Belay, Eckert, and Klinger. One strike to count on Belay. Joe, looking at Mikey's bio, he wears 35 for his favorite player, Cody Bellinger. And it's not an if or one or the other, Joe. When he grows up, he wants to be a Major League Baseball player and a mechanical engineer. Needless to say, I'm not sure I could spell mechanical engineer if I was...
I'm not even sure what they do.
1-2 the count on Belay. One down, or nobody on, and nobody out here. First hitter in the top of the third. 1-0 Maylath'S. This is driven to left field, and it's going to take one hop off the wall. Belay on his way to second, and he'll stop there with a stand-up leadoff double.
Went up there, chased a high one, Marty. Bat was quick enough, got around on it. Nice piece of hitting by Belay.
Brings up pitcher Mason Eckert. Joe, what do we always say about the pitchers? Chance to help themselves.
Yeah, real nice. I mean, big part of this game, I think, Marty.
1-0 the count, and with 3 and 4 coming up, you'd almost be tempted to try to punch one to that right side.
Yeah. And one thing in Little League with the younger catchers and just younger players, sometimes you want to give them a strike or two before you tell them to do that, because you get them over on a pass ball or something like that.
And just as you say, it gets away. Quickly moving up to third is Belay. He's at third with nobody out. Here in the third, Maylath'S already leading 1-0.
And right here, Marty, opponent just needs to really just get the batter, work on the batter.
And comes back, gets strike one, 3-1 the count. Off of the plate, ball 4. So first and third, nobody out, and be interesting to see how Maylath'S approaches with Eckert at first. Landon Klinger walked his first time up, scored the only run to this point. And Eckert takes off the throw to second, not in time.
That's a nice little version of that play, Marty. Get it back to the pitcher quick. Little relay drill. Good throw, just missed him though. Nicely done there by Goulds.
So second and third, nobody out here in the third. Chance to build on a 1-0 lead for Maylath'S. 2-0 the count on Klinger. Landon, an 11-year-old from Valley Elementary. Favorite food is tacos. Joe's favorite athlete, former Met David Wright.
Good, and it's great to all those, and we have fun with the foods and stuff like that. But I love to see who kids are emulating, and that's great. That's good stuff.
Popped up, swinging 3-0, fouled back and out of play. Believe Julia's up there. I wonder if she had the fishing net. Try to corral that one, maybe get a slushie by the end of the night.
Yeah, I saw her before the game. I said, "You're nuts going up there."
The 3-1. This one hit to the right side. Deep and off the wall. 1 run is in. Eckert being waved around. He will score, heading to third with a 2-run triple. Landon Klinger. It is 3-0 Maylath'S.
Love what Klinger did there, Marty. Just really stayed with that pitch. Let the ball let the bat do the work. Just missed a home run. Good job base running too by Maylath'S.
And Joe, almost to the point. Go with the pitch.
Yep.
Let Aponic provide the power.
Yeah, provide the power. He just ball was up a little bit, and he just hit it a long way. But again, Marty, both teams making plays. I mean, the tough play by the outfielder. Got the ball in as quick as he can, and we'll see how Aponic responds to this.
So now a runner at third. 2 runs in here in the third. It's 3-0 Maylath'S. Cole Jordan, the hitter, 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Fouls that one off. 0-2 the count. Joe Cole, his favorite athlete, JT Rilamuto. And he's got 2 dogs at home, Kip and Hank.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're tuning in, watching Cole at bat here. 1-2 the count on Cole Jordan. Landon Klinger, the big blow of this game so far, a 2-run triple, stands at third with his team leading 3-0. Out the third. And Aponic comes back to get his 5th strikeout and a big first out.
Big out there. No matter what happens, and especially in Little League games, Marty, you never know what's going to happen. You just got to limit damage, because damage is going to happen. You just got to limit it and give your bats a chance.
Sebastian Daughter, the left fielder, steps in, takes first pitch for a strike.
And one thing I noticed, Marty, after that strikeout, Aponic not overthrowing, just nice and easy. And it's hard, like when you get in trouble, and you hear even major league pitchers talk about it. Hey, you can't overthrow, you got to throw strikes, and it's hard. It's not easier said than done.
One and two the count, and to your point, so often, what's the easiest way to keep that runner from third from scoring? It's the strikeout.
Okay, yep.
And you work so hard, and as you said, you have that opportunity to overthrow. This one, a bouncer back to Aponic, checks the runner, throws to first, get the out. Runner coming home, and he'll score is Klinger, who read the play nicely and picks up the 4th run of the night for Maylath'S.
That was fundamental everywhere, Marty. You know what I mean? It was pitcher looked him back. He was halfway. Get the out at first. First base, good throw. Just real good baseball, both hands there. And
the ultimate, if you're Aponic, you have to decide to yourself, how far is too far where I go to chase him back, or I try to look him back and get the play. He thought he could get the play. Nicely done by Harity to get rid of the mask and make the catch on the pop-up to end the third, but not before. Maylath'S picks up 3 runs On 2 hits, after 2.5, it's 4-0 Maylath'S.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. We're talking about TNT. We're talking about trucks and trade-ins. If you got a truck that you don't want or you're looking for a truck, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned trucks right now. We have got Rubicons. We have got GMCs, Ford Flexes. We have got a Ram dually diesel. If you're in the market for a truck or you want to get rid of your truck, you'll never get more ever than it's worth right now. So come on down to 508 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazleton and see why we'll give you more for the trade that those other guys won't.
And Joe, despite jump around playing, we are not in a house of pain, but we are in Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, home of the Valley West Little League. Maylath'S putting up 3 in the third, lead at 4-0 over Goulds. Goulds will have coming up 8, 9, and 1, Nick Calcy, Tyler Harity, and Logan Harity. And I don't want to get past this because it was the third out we went to break. How impressed I am, because kids at this level, the catchers that can get the mask off, locate the baseball, and then make the catch with the catcher's mitt, very impressive. It may look easy, but it's definitely not easy.
Well, especially if you know his dad. That, his mom taught him to catch that. Definitely his mom, no doubt about it. No, that's it, Marty. You're exactly right. Just a nice play, and there was no hesitation in it at all. Got the mask and said, "I got this," and nice. Again, Marty, that's what you like to see in Little League Baseball. Both teams making plays and being fundamental.
Nick Calcy, the left fielder, steps in to lead off the third. He wears 34. His favorite player is Noah Syndergaard, who had a setback the other night for the Mets. But when he grows up, Joe, he wants to be a chef. Does not say what he would specialize in, but he would like to be a chef.
We got to remember that. Remember his name, Marty.
We will. When we get old and senile, we'll know where to go eat.
And Marty, again, this is a big inning, I think, for Eckert here. He has a good pitch count so far. You have 8-9 up. Don't want to flip that order over with the one hitter coming on with base. This is a really big inning.
2-2 the count on Calcy. Count goes full, 3-2.
And I know what the managers go through in this situation. You know that you need a strike here. Make him earn his way on, and it's a lot easier said than done.
Leadoff walk for Calcy brings up Tyler Harity. His nickname is Taco, as he likes tacos. And his favorite athlete, Juju Smith-Schuster. We could, I guess, sort of say some nice things that he's now a Steeler, but
yep.
not that college that he went to. 0-1 the count on Tyler Harity, a runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Gould's trying to cut into a 4-0 deficit. But Eckert quickly ahead in the count, 0-2.
Good cut there by Harity. Just, good location on the pitch from Eckert, but good cut by Harity there.
5th strikeout for Eckert. One down here in the third brings up the top of the order, left-hand hitting Logan Harity. And Joe got a message from the production truck. We talked about those Valley West alumni. Manager of the Hazleton area Cougars, Russ Kanzler, and his Cougars 10-0 victors in 5 innings today over Williamsport, advancing to the district championship.
And Marty, Russ is saying it. One step in the process. You get game next. Next game is later on this weekend, I'm sure, or Monday. Just one step in the process.
And as they like to say, Joe, the most important game is your next game, and that's about as far as you can look.
Little change up there, Marty, just missed.
You could be sure after all the fastballs that I would have seen, that would have had me buckling.
Oh, yeah.
The 3-1. Hit to the left side and in the left field for a base hit. Kelsey thought about going to third. Got it back nicely in from the outfield, did Maylath'S, to keep it at first and second with one out.
And again, nice piece of hitting there by Harity. Stayed with the pitch, hit it the other way, and the outfielder keeping in front of it, Marty. Base-to-base baseball, and then when you're ahead, that's what you want.
It'll bring up Caleb Aponic. One strike to count on Caleb. Hit to the left side and foul, third base side, 0-2 the count. Joe, I'm looking at Caleb's bio, and I could tell he's already too smart for me. He plays for the Cunningham Bats travel team. He plays guitar, which he played the national anthem on opening day here at Valley West, and is on a local robotics team that competed in Disney last year.
And just had a pretty good cut right there, Marty, and pitching a pretty good game. So a lot of talent there.
And how about the one or the other here, Joe? He wants to be either an MLB player or umpire.
Go with the player. They make more money.
Fouled out of play. Caleb making Eckert work here, 0-2, but takes you to major league level. The Cowboy Joe West becoming the all-time top umpire in games umpired earlier this week.
He had a little controversy yesterday, I saw, Marty, with the Cardinals player's hat. I don't know if you saw that.
Listen, there's never a day that you couldn't get controversy with the Cowboy. 2-2 the count.
And, you know, and right here, you just want to put the ball in play, keep the wheels turning for Goulds.
And this hit right at the shortstop Klinger. Had Aponic played perfectly as Aponic stung the ball there, but there was Klinger in perfect defensive position for a big second out here in the third.
He's a big batter in this game, Marty.
Looking for a big two-out hit from third place hitter Nico Mahopoulos, the third baseman. Hitting third is Nico, left-hander. His favorite athlete, Bryce Harper of the Phillies. And I definitely know we're not in his class, Joe. He wants to be a radiologist when he grows up.
We'll probably need him, too.
Oh. Unless science fiction comes and gets us first. 1-2 the count on Mahopoulos. We've got Kelsey at second, Logan Harity at first, two down here in the third. Gould's trying to get on the board, trailing 4-0. Julia's got a chance, I think, at that one.
Last one.
She's racking up the slushies as we speak.
She'll share.
If I was her, I wouldn't share. Not with this crew. Have you seen our crew? I wouldn't share with us. That's you, Pacelli. And a big strikeout by Eckert, his sixth. Gets him out of a third inning jam. We're halfway home. Maylath'S 4, Goulds nothing. You're watching live Little League Baseball here on WILN.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
Everyday low prices.
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
We welcome you back to Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, home of the Home of the Valley West Little League. Jim Burns pointing out a substitution for me. Checking into the Goulds lineup, now playing right field, is Henry Kanzler. And Caleb Aponic will face 7, 8, and 9 of the Maylath'S lineup. Ellie Merritt, Ethan Ungamock, and Logan Billig.
No, Aponic needs a quick inning here, Marty. Not score, yes, also, but pitch count. Mr. Burns, what's the pitch count? 85 pitches you get. If he starts the batter with under 85, he gets to finish him, correct? So, he needs a quick inning if he wants to stay in this game.
Ellie Merritt steps in. Bunning. Will it stay fair? And Aponic nicely let it roll foul, because really if he picked it up, he may have had a tough time getting Merritt at first.
He didn't really have an angle to throw it, Marty. I think his best play was to let it go foul. And what a great bunt by Merritt. Real nice bunt.
And she's going to try again. And Merritt quickly in the hall, 0-2.
That's tough for kids to understand that, Marty, that you got to pull that back. And she got a second strike there.
Quickly, one down here in the top of the fourth. 6 strikeouts for Aponic. Ethan Ungamock steps in.
He gets up there and swings, Marty. Swings hard.
What? Lands in the batter's box, and he's back legging.
Yep, he's ready to roll. I mean,
Quickly, Aponic ahead in the count, 0-2. And quickly, Aponic picks up his 7th strikeout, 2 down here in the fourth. And it brings up Logan Billig. Logan's favorite food is stuffed shells. And in the shades of Rick Dempsey, Joe, he wants to be a catcher for the Baltimore Orioles as he bunts, and Aponic nicely off the mound to have a 1-2-3-4 through 3.5. 4-0, Maylath'S.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Sally Purcell's Country Inn in Sugarloaf. Open daily, Tuesday through Sunday. Stop in for lunch. Join us on Wednesday for wing night, Thursday for rib night. For weekend specials and reservations, call Sally's at 570-384-3478.
We welcome you back to Whispering Willows Park, home of the Valley West Little League here in Cunningham. As the shadows starting to creep out here at Whispering Willows Park, as we have another substitution, this time for Maylath'S. Stepping into the game in right field, Nate Van Camp. Due up for Goulds here in the fourth against tough left-hander Mason Eckert. 4, 5, and 6. DiLorenzo, Chipoleski, Bissell.
You're right down. You're till 9 outs left, Marty. If you're Goulds, so you got to start chipping away here. You're down 4. You don't have to panic yet, but you got to start making some things happen when you're with your chances of at bat.
One strike to count on DiLorenzo, and one of the tough things, Joe, that was the 50th pitch for Eckert. At this pace, he's got to get deep into this ball game. I'm not sure that at this point trying to work on pitch count may be the strategy. And it's 2 strikes to count on DiLorenzo, 1-2 the count.
He did that with Eckert, like it's the same with Aponic. He just has to be economical now. You know, you got to be smart. You don't want to waste pitches, and you can't do what you did right there, Marty. Help him out.
7 strikeouts so far for Mason Eckert. 1 down here in the 4th. It'll bring up Blaze Chipaleski.
And he looks like he's ready to swing, Marty. He's going to go up there and...
Joe, do you think there's any correlation? We mentioned earlier on his bio that Blaze wants to be a professional hunter. Is that for the orange bat?
I think you might be right, Marty. You might be right.
Two and 1 the count on Chipaleski. As through 3 1/3, Eckert has allowed 1 hit and walked 2. Otherwise, a seamless performance to this point. 2-2 the count.
Really impressed with Eckert, Marty. Just, you know, nice, easy delivery, throwing strikes.
And foul tipped, held onto by Balai. 8 strikeouts for Eckert. 2 down here in the 4th. Brings up center fielder Evan Bissell. Was retired as he attempted to bunt his first time up on a nice play by Eckert.
It almost looks like Goulds is actually taking a pitch, Marty. And not a bad strategy, make him throw.
Well, the thing is, you need base runners, Joe, and although the one dangerous part is you could end up starting 0-1.
Yep.
But count has been worked to 2-1. Three and 1 the count.
And not only even the pitch count, Marty, but just making that lineup turn over as many times as you can. You're just looking to extend any way you can.
3-2 the count. The payoff pitch. Foul tip again hung on to for the second time tonight. Eckert strikes out the side. He's got 9 on the night. We're through 4. It's 4-0 Maylath'S.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Mazda, Greater Hazelton. You want to get the most reliable car according to Consumer Reports? You want the largest selection in the area? Check out these new Mazdas. We have 2021 Mazda CX-5s. We have 2021 Mazda CX-30 all-wheel drives. Come on down to the better dealership to get the better car and the most reliable car in the market. You could come see us. They beat Toyota and Lexus. Come to 508 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazelton. Check them out online at blazealexander.com.
We welcome you back to Valley West Little League here in Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham. part of the WYLN Little League Tour. And it'll take us next Thursday night at 6 o'clock to our neighbors at WYLN Coryell Stadium, home of the Hazleton Little League. It'll be Jimmy's Quick Lunch taking on EB Construction. We'll be on the air next Thursday night, a week from tonight, from Coryell Stadium in Hazleton. So we feature Hazleton Little League, Jimmy's, and EB Construction here on WYLN at 6.
Well, we had a home game already, Marty, so I guess only fair that the crew gets a home game.
I'd much rather a second home game. Balleye steps in 1 for 2. He led off that 3-run third with a double and a run scored. And here he's ahead in the count 2-0. Three and 1 the count on Balleye. Joe, I couldn't throw it off that pole.
Good. He fought a tough pitch off there, Marty. You know, and you know, no matter where you stand back there, wherever you're at, you never know what baseball when it's going to come at you.
And just off the plate, a leadoff walk to Balleye. And it'll bring up Mason Eckert, officially 0 for 1. He walked and scored a run. One and 1 the count on Eckert. As we approach the final 10 pitches plus on Caleb Aponic's evening. As Eckert hits this one into left center field, and it's going to split the outfielders, go all the way to the wall. Being waved in his Balleye. He'll score. RBI double Mason Eckert. It's 5-0 Maylath'S.
Real good piece of hitting there by Eckert. Hit it in the gap. Great effort by the outfield of Goulds. Just hit it right in the gap. Good base running by Maylath'S. Big 5th run for them.
Landon Klinger steps in, maybe the biggest blow of the night to this point. 1 for 1, scored 2 runs, walked, and hit a big 2-run triple in that 3-run third. And then some great base running. He picked up that 3rd run from third base. And he's just seen his teammate Eckert drive in the 5th run with an RBI double. And he's ahead in the count 2-0. Two and 1 the count. And Joe, you could go and watch a Major League game and you may see the same thing, and I don't mean to pick on Aponic, but we've talked about it. Walks hurt so much. 3 walks tonight, they've all come around the score.
And again, it goes back to that.
This one's hit into right field, and it's going to drop. Being waved around is Eckert. Can Klinger make it 2 triples on the night? He will. This one an RBI triple. It's 6-0 Maylath'S.
That might be one of the hardest feats in a game, Marty. 2 triples in a game. That's difficult. But going back to Aponic, he just, not missing by a lot, just missing outside and just giving him more opportunities.
Joe, we could only see 2 triples in our dreams. Off of Aponic. We hope he's okay as it goes all the way into right field. Klinger comes in to score. Give an RBI double to Jordan, but the big thing is check on Aponic. I believe that hit his knee. And that caromed all the way to right field.
Ball was hit hard, Marty. No, Caleb's a tough kid. He'll want to finish. If he can, he'll want to finish this batter.
And it looks like he says he wants to. And,
yeah, tough kid.
And I think they're going to give him a warm-up just to make sure. But the scary thing, Joe, is that one went right off his knee and directly into right field, telling you how hard that ball was hit.
They would, if that happened to me, the ambulance would be here by now. But no, it was just a hard hit ball right up, and good for Aponic. Good job battling back.
This could be his last batter. Pitch count up to 81. Sebastian Daughter officially 0 for 2 with a run batted in. Sebastian, when he grows up, would like to be an architect. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Just call Costanza. He knows how to beat it.
I always wanted to be an architect.
As your dad just said to me, this would be his last batter for Aponic.
The man is on top of the numbers. You can't ever say he's not, Joe.
And you're right. And that, Marty, right there, I think is a microcosm of the game. Maylath'S just fouled some tough pitches off where I think Goulds fouled them off into the catcher's glove. It's just, baseball's a tough game like that.
So Aponic will leave after 4 1/3. Leaves after he picks up his 8th strikeout of the ball game, but finds himself down 7-0 to Maylath'S with another runner on second. And one down here in the 5th. I believe we've gone to Nico Mahopoulos to pitch here in the 5th. Aponic will go to the shortstop with Chipoleski moving to third.
What did Aponic finish with strikeouts, Marty?
Finished with 8.
And again, did a nice job tonight. And again, just those close, fouled off pitches. Just didn't go his way tonight, and that's definitely baseball. And when you have one of those games, typical way to end it, you get one hit off your leg, to basically end your night. But he's a tough competitor. He'll be back, I'm sure.
We mentioned baseball, a summer of baseball here on WYLN for the fans tuning in looking for Lehigh Valley Iron Pig baseball. They will not be seen tonight as we bring you this Little League Baseball special, but tune in tomorrow night at 7 as they take on the Worcester Red Sox. And Joe, when would you ever have thought that you would have heard a Red Sox affiliate and not mention Pawtucket?
Yes, yeah, really. That's a great league. That division of AAA is really nice, and some good rivalries there, and that's YLN covering those games is fantastic.
Our friends at Service Electric Network give us those games, so tune in, as we mentioned, tomorrow at 7. Worcester and Lehigh Valley from Coca-Cola Park in Allentown on the air at 7 here on WYLN. We've got some baseball to finish here from Whispering Willows Park here in the top of the 5th, 7-0 Maylath'S. This one gets away from Harity, and Jordan will move up to third. Two and two the count on Caleb Snisick. Joe Caleb, his favorite food, a man after my own heart, is pizza. And the 10-year-old has a brother at home, Eli, a dog at home, Gunner, and he wants to be either a baseball player when he grows up or a doctor.
We're going to need both of them, so that's good.
And we're not sure which particular order. Ellie Merritt steps in with a runner on third and 2 down, 3 in so far here in the 5th for Maylath'S. One strike to count on Ellie Merritt. I think this is a shout-out list for Ellie, Joe. She's got a sister at home, Lizzie, 2 brothers, Andy and Nick, 2 puppies, Katie and Teddy.
Full house.
I'd be afraid I wouldn't get all the names right. As Merritt hits this one, popped up on the right side, Mahopoulos comes off the mound to make the play. That'll end the 5th, but not before Maylath'S adds 3 on 3, hits a runner left. Through 4.5, 7-0 Maylath'S.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of a new show here on WILN, Let's Talk Sports. We're going to talk between our basketball and football seasons. We're going to talk to coaches, guests about past seasons, events coming up, different types of things sports related. It's all going to be here on Let's Talk Sports, and you'll be able to see it here on WILN.
We welcome you back to Whispering Willows Park, home of the Valley West Little League, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Maylath'S added 3 more in the top half, leading 7-0. And Joe, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention before we went off the air, some exciting times here at Valley West Little League, as coming up at the end of July, I believe July 24th, Mr. Burns, Valley West Little League will be hosting the 2021 11 and 12-year-old Pennsylvania State Little League Tournament. It'll last about a week. So a great opportunity to see some of the best in the state of Pennsylvania, and right in your backyard here in Cunningham. And as we said, what a great place to come and watch baseball. But a lot of excitement, but as we talked about, it's also going to be a lot of hard work. The volunteers and everybody keeping the field ready, the concession stand, so on and so forth.
I remember, what was it, about 15 years ago, Freeland did it, Mr. Burns? When was the state tournament with Freeland?
How about 19?
Come on.
2002, my friend.
And just how much work that was, and it's labor of love, like I said earlier, and they'll do a good job down here showing off our district here.
Javian Gibre steps in. 1-1 the count. We had the opportunity to cover that tournament back in 2002 and see some good action. That Lehigh team that won the state that year just got beat by a team from New York. Just that pitcher, when he got done, he drove the team bus home. I'm not saying anything else about his age. And unfortunately, Lehigh couldn't move on to Williamsport, but it was great to see that team play all week in Freeland.
They were good. That was a good group.
Strikeout number 10 for Eckert. 1 down here in the 5th.
Up to bat, number 34, Nick Helke.
1-0 the count on Kelsey. He walked his first time up. One and 1 the count on Kelsey. And Eckert gets ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes.
Just pounding the strike zone again. Eckert's just doing a really nice job pitching tonight, Marty.
And that's 11 for Eckert. What a great job on the mound. That'll bring up right fielder Henry Kanzler. Joe, his favorite athlete, Vegeta number 2.
Well, must be a smart kid anyway. Knows.
Well, how about this one though? When he grows up, he wants to be a special forces agent. I don't even know what that is.
Well, he's going to do that. We need those two, Marty.
Well, as Jim Burns said, nobody else does, so that's why it'll be such a secret that he's special forces.
Yep. Well, that's.
1-2 the count, and he's not trying to do too much. Got choked up on the bat a little bit. And that's 12 strikeouts. 7 struck out in a row by Eckert. He's pitching a shutout through 5. It's 7-0 Maylath'S.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
Joe, as they say, reaching out. Tony Pacelli reach out, touch someone. Sweet Tony Pacelli. Thank you. Heading to the top of the 6th. Due up for Maylath'S, leading 7-0. It'll be Nate Van Camp, Logan Billig. And back to the top of the order, catcher Mike Balleye. And Nate Van Camp stepping in. Favorite food, Joe, is baked salmon. He wants to be a zoologist. Not a marine biologist, Joe, but a zoologist. Because you never know when you go on the beach that they may be looking for a marine biologist.
I think he would do fine as that too.
And the classic line out of all that episode, was that a titleist?
Is that a titleist?
Nico Mahopoulos in relief for Goulds, and he's ahead in the count 0-2 on Van Camp.
Doing a good job throwing strikes, Marty, since he came in. And I jinxed him.
Joe, that's what we do. If you haven't realized after all these years, we and it doesn't matter.
Is that what happens when you guys
sport.
announce my basketball games?
Yes.
Ah.
We comment how well you're doing. As Van Camp, a base hit up the middle for a leadoff single.
That's their 3rd or 4th hit, Marty. Right back up the box. And just a real good approach to hitting by Maylath'S.
We touched on Logan Billig during his last plate appearance as he fouls that one off the first base dugout. But he's very specific. He wants to be a catcher for the Baltimore Orioles. Shades of Rick Dempsey with that old fluorescent orange highlighting his catcher's mitt.
Sliding and doing the rain delay dance. Right?
Absolutely. Van Camp is at first. Nobody out here in the 6th. 0-2 the count on Billig. Foul tip hung on to by Harity. Seen both catchers do that tonight. A great skill to be able to do that. Because as we've talked about, Saves pitches for your pitcher.
Oh, no doubt about it, Marty. And impressed with both teams' catchers tonight. Just good fundamental catching, and moving on to the next levels and all-stars and all that kind of stuff. You could never have too many good catchers.
Well, I'll tell you what, I haven't seen the rest of the league. Two very good catchers here tonight.
No doubt about it.
So, get to all-stars, I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them were the backstop. As Harity throws it back after ball one to Mikey Balleye, who is 1 for 2 officially, doubled, walked, and scored 2 runs. That one's inside, 3-1. The 3-1 delivery. Foul tipped again, held on to by Harity. Count goes full, 3-2. See, the line score is Maylath'S leads on the Blaze Alexander Greater Hazelton dealership scoreboard. It'll remain 3-2.
And that's what we pointed that out all game, Marty. Just doing a nice job fouling some pitches off, and just if a pitch you can't hit, foul it off. Try to get a better one next time.
And I was just about to say it, and Balleye did it, especially with 2 strikes. We've seen it on both sides. It's not the best of pitches to hit, but you fight it off and you stay alive.
Yeah,
Again, the 3-2 pitch. And Balleye dropped his second walk of the ball game, so it'll now be 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Pitcher Mason Eckert has another opportunity to help himself. Officially 1 for 2, walked, doubled, scored 2 runs, and he drove in a run his last time up. And that shot into the left center field gap. His number is at 77, Joe. He's going to get out there and pitch the 6th.
Top of the order.
I would think. Just not sure how deep he'll be able to go. And as you mentioned, going into the top of the order. Fouled third base slide. Great job by Chipolesky, who went over into the grass, composed himself, and made the catch.
Real nice catch, Marty. And a little underrated. He's standing in the sun now. He went sun in the shade, tough, and that's a real nice play.
Landon Klinger, the hitter. 2 for 2. He's walked, tripled twice, driven in 3. Can he go for the 3rd triple, Joe?
If it's another triple, you're buying, Marty.
And that throw back to second, they got Van Camp off the bag. A nice play, Harity to Aponic to end the 6th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-0 Maylath'S.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Come back from break here at Valley West. Joe Flanagan continuing to make friends with coaches here at Valley West Little League. Heading to the bottom of the 6th. A gem to this point by Mason Eckert. He has struck out 7 in a row. heading to the bottom of the sixth. 77 pitches on the board for him. But it's the top of the order. Logan Harity, Caleb Oponic, Nico Mahopoulos to try to spoil the shutout at the very least, as it's the last chance for Goulds. Harity officially 1 for 1. He's walked and singled on the ball game. Just made a great play throwing out the runner at second. Didn't catch it, but everybody up here said that he threw from his knees. A strike to Oponic at second.
Your first batter is key, Marty. Here, and that's the obvious, of course, but you get that first out, you're in real good shape.
Joe, we mentioned Tyler Harity is taco, Logan is hoagie, and obviously his favorite food is a hoagie, and his favorite athlete, former Pirate, current Philly, Andrew McCutcheon. Therefore wearing 22 as he hits one into right center field. It's going to drop for a hit. It'll go all the way to the wall. Harity thinking 3, and he's going to get there with a leadoff triple.
Got a little change up in the zone there, Marty. Harity did a good job staying with that pitch. Hit it a long way.
Brings up Caleb Oponic. Joe would like me to mention Caleb's favorite athlete, as this one line shot into left field for a hit. Oponic is going to try for second and get there with an RBI double. Goulds is on the board. It's now 7-1. But Joe, I promised I'd mention it. Not sure that this guy could hit it as hard as Oponic just did. Brett Gardner of the Yankees.
Well, another smart kid liking them Yankee players.
And the last of the lineage from that last World Series team, correct?
That he is. They weren't sure they were going to sign him. He's playing every day now with the injuries the Yankees have.
Mahopoulos hits this one into center field for a hit. Oponic is going to be waved in. Klinger's throw home, not in time. Mahopoulos on the throw home will go to second. RBI single for Mahopoulos. It's 7-2.
Odds are this is going to be Eckert's last batter here, unless he gets him out on one pitch. And right now, if you're Maylath, you just say get outs. Don't worry about anything. I'll just get outs. Slow down, get outs.
Santino Di Lorenzo. And speaking of the Yankees, with all those retired numbers, I could end up hearing Bob Shepard eventually saying number 97. That'll be all that's left.
You're right. You're exactly right.
And Eckert still has something left in the tank. He's ahead in the count 0-2. And that one came with some heat, Joe.
Yep, up high.
Fouled straight back. Now, even though the pitch count is 86, as we mentioned earlier, 85, or you get the chance to finish the hitter you're facing. So Eckert can go over that 85 limit. Di Lorenzo pops this one up. Eckert says he's got it. And Klinger came in and they collided, but Eckert made the catch.
Nice play by Eckert there, but again, that's one of those quirky little league things, Marty. Do you let pitcher catch that? Any other league? No, get the pitcher out of there. Let the shortstop catch it. And a well-deserved hand for Eckert.
Had gone 5 shutout before Goulds put 2 up here in the 6th, as he'll finish with 5 in the 3rd, where he struck out 12. And now he'll give it off to the aforementioned shortstop that he collided with, Landon Klinger. And I believe the defensive setup will have Eckert moving to first and Jordan going to short here in the bottom half of the 6th. And I'm sure we'll have more on WYLN as we get closer, but we do want to remind everybody about the 2021 Pennsylvania 11 and 12-year-old State Little League Tournament, and it'll be taking place starting July 24th right here at Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, home of Valley West Little League. Come out and see some of the best, as they'll be, after the Pennsylvania tournament, one step away from Williamsport. One bounces up there to Chipaleski.
Klinger, a little interesting wind up here, Marty. Has Gloveway out in front of him.
Oh, I'd be watching all this. I'd be done. I wouldn't know where the ball was.
I was impressed with Chipaleski's bats all night, Marty. Came up there, not sure if he got on base at all, but really did a nice job.
3-0 the count on Chipaleski. Mahopoulos at second. 2 runs are in here in the 6th. 1 down. Three and 1 the count.
We talked about that one last week, Marty. When inside pitch or a high pitch, the batter tries to duck under it, umpire always gets you for a strike.
Count goes full, 3-2.
Helped them out a little bit.
Klinger's set. He winds. The 3-2 pitch. That's driven foul third base side. Count remain 3-2.
Tough little at bat here by Chipaleski.
Is that really Chubby on the organ? Because he's playing some good music tonight, which is very unlike him. Because I know he doesn't follow any of Coach DeMelfi's requests. This one hit into the hole in left field for a base hit. Mahopoulos will go to third as the throw came in there. Moving to second on the throw. Heads up base running by Blaze Chipaleski to get 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out.
Perfect seeing eye base hit there, Marty. Rolled to the outfield. And again, you just keep passing that baton.
Keep the merry-go-round going. Evan Bissell steps in. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Popped up first base side. Eckert coming over. He's going to run out of room. Can't tell who was on our first base camera, but that gentleman, he didn't flinch, Joe.
I would have been running.
You couldn't get me on there. Pitch high for a ball, 1-2.
This is from Chubby's greatest hits. You have to stay up late. Like it's on at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like an infomercial.
And you could see him holding the CD with that big smile that he's got. 1-888 Chubb.
So, yep.
The 1-2. Hit third base side off the glove of Merritt. It's a fair ball. Mahopoulos scores. Chipaleski to third. And it's now 7-3.
Up to bat number 9, David Huber.
5th hit of the inning For Goulds, they've got 3 runs in and 2 on and 1 out. Javian Gibre steps in, takes first pitch high for a ball, 1-0.
You know, every guy that reaches now, Marty, you know, the defense starts to tense up a little bit.
You mean like that team from Philadelphia last night? How'd you like that double play ball to third? 3 hopper to second to get the out. But they did win today, as we told our good friend Mike Lula. So the Fightins are on a 1-game winning streak. Moving up to second is Bissell. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out, 7-3 the score. But as you mentioned, Joe, you say to your pitcher, look out there. Those runs are only 4 and 5. Get the batter.
Batter, batter, batter. I yell it all the time. Batter, batter, batter.
Because even if you get an out and they score, it's still not going to beat you.
Mm-mm.
Full count. 2 on, 1 out here in the 6th. Klinger comes set. The payoff pitch. And Gibre draws the walk to load the bases. With 1 out for left-hand hitting Nick Calcy. Conference on the mound reminds us the Little League Tour here on WILN will continue next Thursday night as we head next door from our WILN studios to Coryell Stadium, home of the Hazleton Little League, as Jimmy's Quick Lunch will take on EB Construction. We're going to be on the air next Thursday night at 6 from Coryell Stadium. Hazleton Little League action, Jimmy's and EB Construction here on WILN.
Up to bat number 34, Nick Calcy.
And again, same thing, Marty. The guy third doesn't mean a thing right now. You need to get outs.
First pitch in for a strike.
I like the timeout by the manager there, the mound visit. Calm everybody down, brought everybody in, relax. We're still in good shape.
This one hit to the right side. Eckert up with it. He's going to come home, and they got the force. They cut off the lead runner at home. They only needed to get the force play. So now Bissell will go to third, Gibre to second, Calcy at first. Big second out, and it'll bring up Tyler Harity.
Tyler Harity.
Old-time stirrup socks there by Harity, Marty. As your dad was saying, base runner now, 9-hitter, A, walking a run, B, flips the order over, makes him bat around. And his big brother would be up next.
Three and 1 the count on Tyler Harity.
This is the pitch, Marty, where this is the make or break pitch right here.
The 3-1. Klinger fights his way all the way back to full at 3-2. Bases loaded, 2 out. Here in the 6th. This one fouled off third base side.
Might have helped them a little bit there, Marty, up high. But again, those extra pitches. Keep on fighting pitches off.
The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Harity walks to drive in the 4th run of the inning. It's a 3-run game. Bissell will score. Gibre to 3rd. Kelsey at 2nd. Tyler Harity at 1st. And a special pinch runner as Kelsey will be replaced by Henry Kanzler.
Harity doesn't have to do too much here. Put the ball in play.
Hits this one into shallow center field. It's going to drop for a hit. 2 runs are in. And Harity will be held at 3rd on the RBI double by Logan Harity. Mile high hit. Brings in 2. All of a sudden, Joe, it is 7-6.
Now that runner on second base means something, Marty. You know, do you...
And they are going to intentionally walk Aponic to reload the bases. With 2 out here in the 6th. We were talking moments ago about the shutout by Eckert. All of a sudden, Goulds has put up 6 on the board. The potential winning run is at 2nd for Nico Mahopoulos. 1 for 3 had an RBI single and scored a run here in the 6th. And there's a drive in the right center field. It's going to drop for a hit. 1 Harity scores. The 2nd Harity scores. Aponic scores. And Goulds wins it. Aponic's hit really doesn't matter. The winning run was Logan Harity. 8-7, the final. Goulds. Here we see Mahopoulos with the drive to center.
Great effort by the center field, Marty. Went there to try to catch it on the fly. Had to, because anything bounces. It was a tie game. And just a real nice comeback. And a real good Little League baseball game. Let's face it, it was pitched well. Good comeback in the 6th. And Marty, any level, the last 3 outs, the hardest 3 outs to get. That home team advantage, really hard to get. And it started off, Marty, I think, when did Eckert walk the leadoff hitter? Base hit?
Harity led off with a triple.
Okay.
Aponic drove him in with a double. Mahopoulos drove him in with a single. Then Eckert got his last out of his last batter faced. And from there it was 2 singles, 2 walks mixed in with a fielder's choice. And then the big high fly double by Logan Harity. An intentional walk led to Nico Mahopoulos. 2 hits in that 6th inning, driving in 3, including the tying and winning runs. And when it looked like Maylath'S had it with Eckert in control, the pitch count got him. He had to leave the game. And Goulds comes all the way back down 7-0. 8 runs on 7 hits in that 6th inning.
Did Mastopoulos, is that his name?
Mahopoulos.
Did he pitch the...
He gets the win.
He gets the win in the 6th inning. But what he did, he limited that damage, Marty, that they didn't score extra runs, to keep it in that manageable range. In a Little League, anything under 15 is manageable.
And let's not forget the play that ended the top of the 6th. Logan Harity firing that strike to second to end the threat, where it was 2 on and 2 out in the 6th, as Maylath'S was looking to get run number 8. And Logan Harity gunned down the runner at second to end the inning. Harity 3 for 3 officially tonight. He reached base all 4 times. And Mahopoulos, 3 RBIs in an 8-run 6th inning. And we've seen baseball so often you can never count anybody out. And Eckert had a chance to finish this game, but the pitch count got him. He had to leave. And Goulds comes all the way back and wins it 8-7.
The pitch count, Marty, the great equalizer in Little League baseball. You know, you run out of pitches, and he was 10 pitches away from getting through an inning. And, It's just those last 3 outs, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why that is. Those last 3 outs for the visiting team are just really hard to get, and that's why makes the difference between a good closer, bad closer. That's just the way it is.
What a great ball game from here at Whispering Willows Park, home of the Valley West Little League. And if you want to see more great action here from Cunningham, remember the 2021 11 and 12-year-old Pennsylvania State Tournament will be right here at this field at Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, home of the Valley West Little League. You'll be able to see the best that Pennsylvania has to offer. The winner of that tournament, one step away from Williamsport. So starting Saturday, July 24th, the Pennsylvania State Little League Tournament here in Cunningham. We'll have more leading up to that great event. But for now, for our director, Barry J.S., stats by Jim Burns. For Joe Flanagan, I'm Marty Burns. We're going to go catch some air. What a great ball game. Goulds comes all the way back to defeat Maylath'S 8-7. Join us next Thursday night as it will be at Coryell Stadium. Jimmy's and EB Construction, home of the Hazelton Little League, will be on the air next Thursday night at 6. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Good night and have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you Thursday at Coryell Stadium.
Your Watch 35.